How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. These are the freakiest trending videos that are hitting the internet right this week. So hit subscribe and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. Instagram user Paranoid Normal recently uploaded chilling footage that has left paranormal enthusiasts baffled. Allegedly sourced from official police security cameras, the short clip reveals an eerie, apparition-like shape rapidly flying directly toward the camera lens. The unsettling video sparked immediate speculation online. Was this a ghost caught on tape, or perhaps an unidentified creature lurking in the dark? Viewers debated wildly in the comments. Some argued passionately for paranormal activity, pointing to the fluid, ghostly motion as evidence. Skeptics countered that it might merely be an insect or even debris caught on camera at just the right angle to produce the eerie visual effect. Yet no definitive answer has emerged, leaving the clip firmly in unexplained territory. Residents of a quiet neighborhood in York County, Pennsylvania experienced a strange and unsettling late-night visit, all captured by a homeowner's Ring doorbell camera.
I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
On March 11th, 2025, just after dark, a mysterious figure approached the porch wearing a bizarre homemade disguise quickly dubbed the Box Demon.
I am the box demon. I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
Creepily announcing, "I am the Box Demon," the individual placed a large cardboard box on the homeowner's doorstep, describing it ominously as a gift, before abruptly disappearing back into the shadows. The bizarre encounter quickly ignited panic and speculation in the local community and then nationwide as news outlets picked up the surreal footage.
I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
Initially, neighbors expressed fear, with news anchors admitting the footage genuinely freaked us out. Theories about demonic prowlers or menacing clowns circulated widely online. However, authorities swiftly tracked down and interviewed the so-called demon, revealing a more mundane truth. It was simply a human prankster attempting a misguided viral stunt.
I am the box demon. I am the box demon.
Though the cardboard box turned out empty, likely intended merely to unsettle, the motive behind the prank remains unclear. Even after police assurances that no threat existed, the Box Demon has lived on as an urban legend in social media retellings, an eerie testament to how easily a simple mask and mysterious proclamation can spark fear and fascination alike.
I am the box demon. I believe this box is a gift for you.
When NASA's Curiosity rover snapped photos of Mars's rocky landscape, few expected the images to ignite an alien conspiracy. Enter Scott C. Waring, a UFO researcher known for scouring NASA imagery in search of extraterrestrial secrets. In late 2022, Waring announced an astonishing discovery. What he claims is an ancient alien statue lying toppled among Martian rocks.
Now look right over here.
Zooming into a specific NASA photo, he points out distinct facial features. 2 eyes, a prominent nose, a mouth, and even what appears to be a crown-like structure atop the figure's head. Remarkably, he notes that one of the statue's eyes looks damaged, which he speculates resulted from the statue's fall. Waring presented his findings in a detailed YouTube video, enhancing the NASA image with color filters to highlight the supposed humanoid shape clearly.
A broken sculpture had fallen from higher up and got lodged between a rock and the hillside itself.
He argues this figure is definitive proof of an intelligent civilization that once inhabited Mars, though perhaps reptilian rather than human, due to the unusual facial structure. This isn't Waring's first provocative claim. Earlier, he suggested another NASA photo showed a miniature man-made doorway for tiny Martian beings. But space experts have quickly countered this statue theory. Most astronomers attribute these kinds of sightings to pareidolia, our brain's tendency to see familiar shapes, especially faces, in random patterns. NASA itself hasn't specifically commented on this anomaly, but continuously reminds the public that Mars remains barren and inhospitable, with no verified signs of past or present life yet discovered. Despite skepticism from experts, Waring's Martian statue continues to captivate the imagination, blending genuine space exploration imagery with a tantalizing dose of interplanetary mystery.
A broken sculpture had fallen from higher up and got lodged between a rock and the hillside itself.
We've obviously covered this next photo before, but we recently came upon some interesting archival footage that shows it in a new light. When demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren conducted their investigation of the notorious Amityville horror house in 1976, they hoped to document proof of the supernatural, but even they didn't expect the chilling image they would later discover. Using a time-lapse infrared camera positioned upstairs near the bedrooms at 112 Ocean Avenue, the Warrens and their team captured an unsettling photograph. A young boy seemingly peering out from a doorway, eyes glowing brightly, almost ghostly white.
It's in the upstairs bedrooms. Just to the left there, you see what looks like a small boy's face looking out with bioluminescent eyes.
No children were present during the overnight investigation, leading the Warrens to conclude they'd photographed an actual spirit, specifically the ghost of 9-year-old John DeFeo, who tragically died in the infamous 1974 murders that made the house infamous. Since its public reveal years later, the image, known as the Amityville Ghost Boy, has become one of the most widely recognized ghost photos ever captured, recently gaining renewed popularity through viral TikTok clips featuring Ed and Lorraine affirming its authenticity. Here are some snippets from their archived interview regarding the notorious image.
It's in the upstairs bedrooms. Just to the left there, you see what looks like a small boy's face looking out with bioluminescent eyes.
The interview continues, revealing strange details about the photo.
This was the room of one of the young boys who was murdered there.
Isn't that eerie?
Now, a lot of people would say, well, is that the spirit of the young boy? No, it is not the spirit of the young boy, but it is a diabolical spirit with luminescent eyes that appears in that home to confuse the investigators.
However, skeptics aren't so convinced. One prominent theory is that the figure in the photo was actually Paul Bartz, a member of the Warrens' investigative team. Critics suggest Bartz, an adult investigator, might have inadvertently knelt down to adjust equipment, momentarily glancing at the infrared camera as it triggered. The bright white eyes can be easily explained as a reflection from the infrared flash, similar to animals' eyes glowing in night vision or trail camera footage, creating that eerie deer in headlights effect. Additionally, Bartz was reportedly wearing a plaid shirt similar to the one seen on the figure, fueling arguments of mistaken identity. Despite these rational explanations, neither the Warrens nor Bartz himself have ever acknowledged any hoax or misunderstanding publicly. The image continues to captivate imaginations, standing as powerful symbolic proof for paranormal believers and a persistent puzzle for skeptics. Whether genuine ghost or simply a misinterpreted snapshot, the Amityville Ghost Boy remains an iconic and haunting piece of supernatural lore, inseparable from the enduring mystique of the Amityville horror legend itself.
You see what looks like a small boy's face looking out with bioluminescent eyes. This was the room of one of the young boys who was murdered there.
Isn't that eerie?
In your investigations, have you come across any data or visual evidence like sonar readings or underwater footage of these UAPs.
When US Congresswoman Lauren Boebert from Colorado took the floor at a high-profile House oversight hearing on unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAP, on November 13, 2024, few expected the conversation to plunge beneath the ocean's surface. During questioning, Boebert raised a provocative theory. Could extraterrestrials have established secret underwater bases here on Earth?
And we've studied more of space than we had of our own oceans. And so are there any accounts of UAPs emerging from or submerging into our water which could indicate a base or presence beneath the ocean's surface?
This bold inquiry posed to a distinguished panel of former military and intelligence officials, including Luis Elizondo, a prominent figure once involved with the Pentagon's UFO program, wasn't entirely out of nowhere.
I don't know about a base, but as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
For decades, UFO enthusiasts have whispered about unidentified submerged objects, USOs, mysterious craft said to vanish beneath the waves. Citing such rumors, Boebert pressed the panel to confirm whether any credible evidence supported the existence of hidden extraterrestrial facilities in Earth's oceans, from coastal waters to the deepest ocean trenches. The dramatic exchange took place against the backdrop of increasing congressional pressure for transparency about unexplained aerial sightings reported by Navy pilots, including objects described as transmedium, capable of seamlessly transitioning from air to underwater environments. Boebert's question, though sensational, spotlighted genuine concerns about how little is publicly known regarding some of these enigmatic sightings. Yet the panel's response quickly tempered the speculation. Elizondo and other experts clarified explicitly that no verified evidence suggests alien civilizations have established underwater bases on our planet. Despite intriguing anecdotes and conspiratorial theories, their message was clear. While numerous UAP incidents remain unexplained, the idea of secret alien lairs beneath the ocean is currently unsupported by credible data.
I don't know about a base, but as I mentioned, I had a different source entirely describe this pretty extraordinary footage that exists of orbs, of an orb coming out of the ocean and being met by another orb.
Still, the mere fact that a sitting congresswoman publicly inquired about underwater alien bases exemplifies how deeply UFO discourse has infiltrated mainstream politics. The hearing captured widespread media attention, demonstrating how the line between serious inquiry and science fiction speculation has become increasingly blurred. Boebert's dramatic question, though dismissed by experts, still underscores our enduring fascination with the possibility that the unknown may lie just beneath the surface, literally.
Well, you're going to think I'm crazy. There's something that just went from right to left to right in a blink and then flashes lights 3-4 times and vanished.
In an astonishing encounter on a recent JetBlue flight, seasoned pilots witnessed an unidentified flying object performing maneuvers so extraordinary, even experienced aviators were left stunned. Cruising at 37,000 feet, the pilots noticed a bizarre glowing object hovering above the cloud layer.
Well, the details, it literally went from one coast to the other in front of us, and then it went up like 30 degrees, turned off its lights or whatever it had. It looked like it's a bright orangey thing, and then...
Described as a bright orangey thing, the mysterious object suddenly shot across the sky at phenomenal speeds, covering what pilots vividly described as coast-to-coast distances in mere seconds.
Probably 80 miles in front of us, and it looks like it's coming... I don't know, it's flashing towards us, but it is definitely not an aeroplane. It doesn't have a strobe lights or anything on it. It's just this bright orange going on and off. Yep, this definitely wasn't an aeroplane.
In remarkable cockpit audio, one pilot can be heard exclaiming, "You're going to think I'm crazy. This thing went 180 degrees in like a second." Even more eerily, it changed trajectory abruptly, arcing upwards at about 30 degrees, before turning off its lights and seemingly vanishing from sight.
One coast to the other in front of us, and then it went up like 30 degrees, turned off its lights or whatever it had. It looked like it's a bright orangey thing, and then Since we spoke to you last, it flashed us like 3-4 times, and we are still looking at it now.
What sets this encounter apart is that the object repeatedly reappeared, flashing the crew multiple times over a span of several minutes. The pilots explicitly stated, "It's definitely not an airplane. It doesn't have a strobe light or anything, just this bright orange going on and off." Crucially, neither air traffic control nor onboard radar systems, including TCAS Traffic Collision Avoidance System, detected anything unusual, intensifying the mystery. Remarkably, this isn't the first time JetBlue pilots have encountered inexplicable phenomena. 3 years prior, a separate JetBlue crew also reported an uncanny object described as two boxes melting into each other over Texas. Like the recent incident, that sighting was characterized by pilots as spectacular, stunning, and entirely inexplicable by conventional aviation standards. These incidents are contributing to an increasingly prominent pattern. Pilots worldwide, from commercial aviators to military personnel, are reporting UFO or UAP sightings with growing frequency and urgency. This JetBlue encounter, with its detailed descriptions and genuine astonishment captured live, adds significant credibility to the ongoing conversation about unexplained aerial encounters. While skeptics still search for natural explanations, these recurring pilot reports, accompanied by cockpit recordings and videos, have elevated UFO discussions from fringe speculation into mainstream discourse, leading many to ask openly, what exactly are experienced pilots encountering at 37,000 feet, and why are these encounters becoming ever more common in our skies? Coming up in our last segment in just a few seconds, we take a look at the recently unearthed and declassified JFK files. But before we do, remember to hit subscribe and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our creepy and scary content. In March 2025, the US government finally opened its vault, releasing over 77,000 previously classified pages related to President John F. Kennedy's 1963 assassination, one of the most enduring mysteries in American history. For decades, conspiracy theorists and historians alike had awaited these documents, hoping they would provide definitive answers. Was there a second shooter on the grassy knoll? Was Lee Harvey Oswald truly acting alone, or was he part of a broader conspiracy involving the CIA, mafia, or foreign powers? The newly revealed files, made public by the National Archives under a long-delayed mandate from the JFK Records Act of 1992, spanned far beyond Dallas. They detailed secret Cold War operations in places like Mexico City, Moscow, and Havana, illuminating covert CIA activities that had been shrouded in secrecy for generations. Particularly intriguing were documents showing extensive CIA surveillance, including intercepting Oswald's mail during his time in the Soviet Union and monitoring his visits to Cuban and Soviet embassies in Mexico City just weeks before the assassination. Yet despite these intriguing revelations, investigators at the University of Virginia's Center for Politics concluded that none of the newly released material overturned the Warren Commission's original finding Lee Harvey Oswald was the sole assassin. There was no concrete evidence of a second shooter, nor was there proof of direct involvement by the CIA, KGB, Mafia, or Cuba. But what emerged vividly was a portrait of intense government paranoia and widespread covert operations, ranging from failed assassination plots against Fidel Castro to audacious schemes involving sabotage, espionage, and even arranging feminine companionship to manipulate foreign leaders. For conspiracy believers, the absence of a definitive smoking gun may be disappointing, but the trove of files still offers tantalizing questions. Oswald's unexplained activities in Mexico, including clandestine meetings observed by CIA informants, one a Catholic priest doubling as an agent, leave unresolved mysteries about his exact motivations and connections. This gap will likely fuel ongoing speculation about possible external influences on Oswald's actions. The JFK files release marks a moment of historic transparency, yet paradoxically, it underscores why conspiracy theories have persisted for over 6 decades. The layers of secrecy, the hidden Cold War dramas, and the government's long reluctance to reveal these documents have all fueled public suspicion. Even though the 2025 files reaffirm Oswald's guilt, they also highlight the complexities of espionage and secrecy that have kept doubts alive. Ultimately, the newly uncovered documents provide fascinating historical context but fall short of rewriting the tragic narrative of President Kennedy's death. The conspiracy theories may never fully fade, but at least now the public holds all known pieces of the puzzle, a bittersweet resolution to one of history's greatest mysteries.
Now, if you want to watch some more scary ghost videos, then hit these 2 links right there. Remember to follow us on all our other socials as well. All the links are in the description box down below there. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.